is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Tattva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in taste it, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the ultimate consciousness and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Apologizing for the technical glitch. We're resuming the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra from where we left off. साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर 1008 श्री महामंडलेश्वर of महानिर्वाणिपीठ.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes.
साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर 1008 श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर of Atalapita, which is an unbroken lineage of founders starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Ganas, who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. Dharma Mukti Swargapura Swarna Pita Trayogimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swargapura Swarna Pita, Shri Kailasa Paramparagada Adi Pita Sarvajna Pita Jagat Guru, the Jagat Guru of Adi Pita Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Kailasa, Shri Kailasa Punaruddharaka, Shri Kailasa Paramacharya, Shri Raja Diraja. श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगत गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम, who's in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure thought, consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established by super consciousness. तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगल अवाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं च श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजा प्रार्थनां करिष्ये। ओम आनंदगंधनिलयाय नमः। ओम भवरोगवेशजाय नमः। ओम कल्पतरवे नमः। ओम पशुपतये नमः। ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः। ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः। ओम भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः। ओम आदिव्याधिविनाशकाय नमः। ओम समस्तकल्याणगुणान्विताय नमः। ओम विडदिपुरीशाय नमः। ओम श्री कैलासपतये नमः। ओम शिवशक्त्यैक्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ओम ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय नमः। ओम हां हां शिवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम। Now, please sit straight with your hands. The Atmanjali Mudra. Let us get ready to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanedhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Intensely chant the Mahavakya as we get ready to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Let your whole body and being reverberate with the chanting of the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Slowly, very slowly, you can open your eyes. Today, we will not be having the light darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So, we are now directly moving into the power manifestation segment. So, we will now be entering into the power manifestation. So, requesting all the participants and all our live viewers to join us for the next segment after a short break.
Happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Into the science, let's understand science of our manifestation. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Scientific because all the things are repeatable and its manifestation is possible by each one of us. The pramanas, the evidences to go with the science of our manifestation from the Shastras first, the scriptures. Shastra Pramana, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Apta Pramana, Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, Siddhas. All of them are authority of Hinduism, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of millions of disciples, devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, Bhagavan beautifully gives us the Pramanas to understand that higher superconsciousness, who we are, the pure existence of us as superconscious being. Each one of us can manifest all these powers. The evidence are clearly shown that they have done this and we can experience that as our reality. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana are from the Veda Agamas, eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. This is for the power of teleportation. Scriptural reference from Spanda Karika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4, 3.5.
3.5 यथा हि अर्थो स्फुतो दृष्ट सावधानेऽपि चेतसि भूयः स्फुटतरो भाति स्वबलोद्योगभावितः तथा यत्परमार्थेन येन यत्र यथा स्थितं तत्तथा बलमाक्रम्य न चिरात् सम्प्रवर्तते.
This is from, source is from Spanda Karika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4, 3.5. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, indeed, just as an object or static matter, which in spite of all the attentiveness of the mind is perceived and seen indistinctly at first, then appears and manifests more distinctly and clearly when observed with the strength of one's visual power. So when the yogi restores to the power of spanda, the dynamic activity in its highest essential nature of oneness with Paramashiva, then whatever thing or object or idea which is static matter or exist as its highest dimension in the whichever forms of the matter, whichever place or time, whichever state or dimension, that thing or the object at once appears and manifests in that very way by the nature of its strategic existence. In simple way, Bhagavan said in one small sentence, static matter, which is Paramashiva, who you are, the static matter, the dynamic activity, the actions, the perceiving of your reality as Parashakti, and strategic existence, your deep core cognition, the will that you have, not what you want you manifest in your life, what you believe, what you have digested, and what you are digested, what comes out as your reality. And that is exactly the sutra is talking about, how we exist as the highest consciousness, as matter. If you understand quantum, exactly the same thing will be as a quantum mechanics, where the quantum particle, how it assembles and how it acts and how it is existing, still people are not able to comprehend and use it as a reality. But the great science has been known to the rishis, munis, ganas, nainamas, alvars, siddhas. All of them who are initiated into all these powers were able to manifest all these powers, how to use the quantum. And that's how Bhagwan is taking us to the next quantum space of manifesting our reality. Our reality, when we are stuck with outer world, we are stuck with small problem. It's like we are stuck in the school with some problem, but when we mature into a college, we is so simple for us. We didn't know why we even struggle with those things. Same way, how we can understand the higher reality, all that we are struggling will simply be in a very simple solution once we understand the bigger cognition. Bhagwan has beautifully given us the ultimate science that we can manifest as powers. And why do we need to manifest powers? Each of these powers remove the block inside us and create a deep completion that we start living with more auspiciousness and abundance, as health, as wealth, as relation, as new creation of our job, and the ultimate oneness of Paramashiva itself. So the whole science starts manifesting from the way we exist. Bhagavan says, doing the power manifestation is the tapas in nowadays. We don't have to go outside and stand on one leg and do all the tapas. Bhagavan has done that. It's like we don't have to reinvent the bulb to have our light in our homes. Somebody has done that. Bhagavan says, I have done all that tapas for you. And now all I ask you is to sit relaxed, entangle with me, and manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Just by being in the oneness with Paramashiva, few moments, simply it manifests as reality. Such a easy way Bhagavan has given. How in technology things have become very easy for us to send a mail or make a phone call, which was impossible 40 years back. To send a mail, it took like ages if you have to go across the globe. But now it's just click away. Same way, now we don't have to do tapas like Ravana for 1,000 years or Vishwamitra for 10,000 years. We can just sit back with a coffee cup or a chocolate cup and entangle with Bhagavan, be in that oneness space and manifest as powers. And those few seconds that we manifest as powers again and again, when you experience the bliss, you will know the higher reality, how you exist and how these powers are manifested. More and more the fluttering period settles down. Fluttering period is you don't know how it happens and why it happens. But more and more you start manifesting these powers. Simply you start understanding how it is happening inside you. Whenever you are in oneness with Paramashiva, it just manifests as reality. So let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the rishis, munis, ganas, nainamas, alvars, siddhas who have manifested all these powers. This is from, the source is from the devotee of Sai Baba, and this is in the paragraph, sixth line. It says so beautifully, you can see the picture, how they wanted blessings for some material they had prepared, and simply they saw the vibhuti appear on all of that. Another miracle happened just 2 days ago, 23rd November, in the just before the Jayanti celebration of Bhagwan's birthday celebration. They had so much of packet, 88 packet, give the food to nearly needy people, and prepared 88 food packets. To the surprise, more than 300 people showed up. They did not have enough food. They chanted 108 times Gayatri and 108 times Sai Gayatri throughout the night, and the morning they served not 88 but 300 but 500 people. How it increased, they don't know. And simply all this manifestation simply happens when you are in the oneness with Paramashiva. And many a times we have seen that happening in the Adinams also. When Bhagavan's Annalaya simply starts giving away the food, it doubles and simply starts happening more and more. It is there. And also there is one more clipping of how Baba is doing the Abhishekam. Sai Baba is doing the Abhishekam, and you can see it pouring of vibhuti just like that from an empty pot. The same pot is being lifted and it is held upside down in a very mild way. It's not like as though somebody is holding a heavy pot. It'll be completely different the way you hold the pot, but it's an empty pot. And completely it starts showering on the deity. All these are not just some hand trick or magic, but something beyond that. How does it occur? How does it happen? And all these are beautifully shown how Baba is materialized so many times, all these vibhuti and kumkum. These are some of the devotees, Shakshi Pramana, who have manifested and teleported from one point to another. And beautifully they say how the Meru has completely taken all the kumkum from the other Meru. You can see it. And also scientific study has clearly shown there is a physical evidence of teleportation of structures ranging from the sacred ash to a larger object across the continent. Example, Nityananda Dalapitam, Bangalore Adinam, to several international locations. And that we'll see right now also, the teleportation which happens miles together across, and so beautifully it manifests as reality. Bhagavan is initiating in the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, where Bhagavan is initiating the Singapore center and the deities are manifesting the kumkum and vibhuti that Bhagavan sent. Doing the Prana Pradishta, Bhagavan himself narrates.
The Prana Pratishtha, along with the Prana Pratishtha of Durga Devi, we also had Prana Pratishtha of Nityanandeshwara, Nityanandeshwari and Nityananda in Singapore. The Singapore deities were consecrated, the Prana Pratishtha was done, and after the Prana Pratishtha I said Kumkum and Vibhuti will materialize, and it has already started materializing on the deities. Means the Prana Pratishtha is done, the process is complete. Beautiful. Now the Singapore temple and Sangha will happen beautifully, and Nityanandeshwara, Nityanandeshwari and Nityananda, who are now gracing the Singapore, will bless the whole Singapore.
So beautiful that Bhagavan is blessing the whole Singapore Adinam to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Let's start with the guidelines and instruction for manifesting the powers. If you have the Jnananjan in your locket, please take it. This is the Kantamala, the locket is there, and if you have, take it and apply in your third eye and your temples. And please keep all the phones recording on with the timestamp. These are such a beautiful moment to record how it moves from one location to another location. You can keep a couple of cups with basma, or you can have Jnananjan, you can have turmeric, you can have sandalwood, you can have kumkum, any of the powders that you can have, hold it in cups that you already know where it is. And on the other side, you can have closed cup or open cup, but completely take a picture of it before you start the whole thing, so that you know authentically there is nothing, absolutely nothing in those cups which you're going to teleport to. You can do teleport across to somebody's place, that you can call them, tell them that you are manifesting for them, and simply they will be blessed when they receive the teleportation. When it assembles, when it is, the whole thing becomes into quantum and then reassembles as matter, consciousness to matter. It is blessed by Paramashiva, so it becomes a prasada. You can receive the prasada from Bhagavan and use it for healing any of the things. All these are huge healing material that we can use it as our quantum space that we have experienced with Bhagavan, the oneness space that you experience with Bhagavan, the Paramashiva space, who you are, the original space that you have manifested such an amazing possibility, which is can't be experienced anywhere else other than the Kailash Courtyard, where Bhagwan's presence is there in each one of you, manifesting these powers. All these powers are manifested by Bhagwan himself through you when you are in the oneness with Paramashiva. When you understand that there is something more than the body and the mind, which is the auspicious space that you can all experience. When you go into that space of oneness, simply you are entangling with him in quantum space and materializing or teleporting the vibhuti into the other place, which is quite possible that we saw the evidences. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. And once you're set with all these cups, start the record button, and let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva, Parashakti in your third eye again and again, and unclutch. What is unclutch? From everything that you know, everything other than consciousness, other than Paramashiva, every thought, every word that is occurring to you is in your dream. So let's unclutch from everything that we know as our identity and only hold on to Paramashiva as our identity. Sit as 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands as Paramashiva, the static matter and dynamic activity as Parashakti, how her gesture, how her smile, how her looks, how her laugh, how she is expressing and showering with the bones, how her care, her compassion, everything. Just go on and on with that experience of oneness. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva, and unclutch to experience the state. When completion becomes permanent, then the unclutch becomes the state, and nobody can remove the state. One, it becomes the state of Paramashiva. That is the best Tyaga that we can experience. Shaktipada, only at the Shaktipada, however great laptop you have, cell phone you have, unless you charge it, it's of no use. Same way, unless you have Shaktipada, how much ever you do the puja or listen to the satsang or whatever you're doing is not going to become reality till you have the Shaktipada, and that is developed also by us. We are not born with understanding of all these things, but the minute we understand, we surrender to Paramashiva is way we can manifest all the powers. Continuously chant the Mahavakya. Nobody is born with all these skills and nobody knows all these skills. If you see Bhagavan's avatar's Leela, that when he is born, he enacts the whole thing, that he has no idea of all these things and goes through everything step by step to show us that how humans can manifest the higher reality consciously by engaging ourselves into these great signs. So chant the Mahavakya. Bhagavan has sat in Chandi Homas for hours and weeks and days chanting and doing the homas and pujas to showcase how our cognition will shift into that thoughtless space when we are in deep oneness with Paramashiva. Again and again, go back to that space of oneness to experience the Paramashiva space in you. Now, let's start entangling with Bhagavan, rather, Bhagavan entangling with us. When we are in the oneness space, simply he can entangle with us and manifest as powers. When we chant the Mahavakya, we raise our frequency and completely in thoughtless that Bhagavan can manifest any reality through us. Shiva Sankalpa becomes Mama Sankalpa. Simply he knows the higher signs that we are waiting to manifest this reality, and it gets into the reality to showcase us that we don't have to do anything, even think about it for a minute to manifest something in our life. All we need to do is how you pay something and you don't have to worry, and simply you get the product. Same way, you are in oneness with Paramashiva, you get the reality happen in around you, manifested so beautifully. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line and bring Paramashiva, Parashakti again and again to your third eye and start chanting the Mahavakya loudly with listening to it in the center of the sound so that your thoughts are not going anywhere except locked in the chanting of Mahavakya. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya.
Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Such a beautiful space that all of us are experiencing, seeing all this teleporting in all over the place. Yes, you have deities, you have padukas, that's also fine. And you're seeing that it is teleporting on the deities or paduka or your hand. You can also have the cell phone light on your hand, and you can check if there is the gold glitters. It has to be shiny, not oily. Make sure it's not the sweat, it's just shiny. Make it as authentic as possible so that everything you know is a manifestation. how in life we are so caught up in the society teaching us that we have to think, plan, and have ideas, cognition. Only then we can do anything, any work, any action in our life. But manifestation is a possibility in us where just by the power of will, just a thought could make something as reality. And that thought being Paramashiva makes all the things as our reality. We are learning the higher science, how we need to exist as superconscious beings. We know how to exist as a logical, intellectual, and ultimately in the outer world successful people. But here Bhagavan is teaching us whether you're successful or not. Here the manifestation is how you exist. You run your whole body, which is so complicated, including your breathing. Even when you're in coma, you are able to breathe. And even the deepest sleep, when you're given anesthesia, your heart is beating. All that is functioning so beautifully and in such a synchronicity and regenerating itself for all that which is happening, we are dumping in our body. It's like we dump a lot of system in the planet Earth, and still the planet Earth, like Ganga, keeps herself very clean. If we stop dumping, Ganga becomes clean, Bhagavan says. Same thing when we do the Nirahara Samyama or Pachapatni Vridam, simply our body gets purified. The detox programs, the Haritaki, morning yoga, the neem juice, all that detox and raises us to the higher reality. How we stop dumping in our body raises ourselves to the higher consciousness again and again, the toxin, because we are only feeding the microbes and bacteria. Now the science has proven that gut bacteria runs our brain. 90% of our brain is run by gut bacteria, the parasites which are sitting in our body. We are only 46% of human, and rest is all the trillion cells of the parasites which are making all the decision in our body. Bhagavan beautifully says, when you do the Pachapatni Vridam or the Nirahara Samyama or eat one meal a day, simply that settles down and we can reflect consciousness. And how we function with consciousness is manifestation. Manifestation is the original way of how we exist. The plants do not decide which is the place that we need to go and how we have to do things. The monkeys or the birds do not even die in front of us. They know where to go and die, leave their body. Only we don't know. We just collapse in a restaurant or a plane or anywhere we want. Even the birds and animals know very clearly, even today by nature, when they are going to leave the body, that they are going to leave the body and they go and stay in somewhere where it's not open to public. So the very nature of us also is superconscious being, and how we exist and how we manifest our reality. That is the science we are learning, not just manifesting, moving an object from one place to another. We can just pour it in another cup and finish it. But what is it actually happening inside us is a breakthrough, just a conscious breakthrough, that we understand that we are not just the body, we are not just the mind, but there is something beyond intelligence which can be used for functioning in our life. And that happens where we don't have to do anything except be in the Paramashanta Swarupa space inside and be in the oneness space with Paramashiva again and again. Bring the space of Paramashiva, Parashakti in us. Just by thinking of them, Parashakti and Paramashiva, can we manifest? Yes, we can manifest any reality when we are able to get grounded in the higher states of consciousness. Simply, we can manifest any reality in front of us. And that is what we showed the evidences, how it has happened. And every one of us have experienced many times. Bhagavan beautifully says, any day the food can be changed, but you still use your mouth only to eat, whether it's 10,000 years before or now, we use our mouth only to eat. Same way, we manifest any reality. Once you understand you can move a coconut in the hand, you can manifest all the powers of Paramashiva, because I am there, you recognized me, and you can recognize again and again and again. So with that powerful space, let's sit as Parashakti, Paramashiva, and start chanting the Mahavakya. We're going to have one more cycle, quick one. And let's start chanting and see what happens as Paramashiva giving us the prasada today. So don't stay tuned. Don't go before the end of the power manifestation. All these great space of all of us sitting all over the world and manifesting such a beautiful conscious space. It's something that beyond that happens in our life, even if it is done very little. That's why after each of the dhyana mantra or satsang or any of that, Bhagwan gives a greatest blessing. Immediately he asks each one of us to manifest powers for it to get grounded in us. When you do the yoga, your kundalini gets grounded. Same way, when you do the power manifestation, the consciousness, who you are, get more and more recognized in you. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya deeply and listening to it. And remember Paramashiva in your third eye. Sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Please close all the gadgets for a few minutes and chant the Mahavakya along with Bhagavan, entangling with Bhagavan, and simply manifest the reality. Yes, you can keep your cell phones for recording for a few minutes while you chant the Mahavakya intensely.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnanandan Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Jnanandan Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful. Now you can verify authentically whatever you have manifested. Now we are going to share. Why do I need to share? I have manifested or not manifested. I've been there doing all the chanting, and now why should I now share with the world? That's a beautiful question that we all have. Why so much of sharing is going on? But if you see the whole thing, all the time is we are sharing our words continuously. We cannot be without sharing our words. And words can align to higher reality. What would happen? What we eat is our body. What we speak is our mind. If you constantly speak, you are Paramashiva, you are the quantum, you are the oneness, you are Paramashiva Parashakti, what would happen to your inner space, the mind, will start reflecting you as that. That is the easiest way. Bhagavan says, beware, you are listening to yourself more than anybody. The first person who listens is you. If you keep on telling that I have this problem, that problem, after a few days you will see yourself having that problem. But if you very clearly say, I am Paramashiva, I am Parashakti, even if you don't believe, after a few days you will start seeing miracles happening all around you. Because you are nothing but your words, not what you want life happens. What you are, what's the word that you use becomes your reality. That is why Bhagavan keep on saying, share everything, share everything, share the powerful cognition, share the satsang transcript, share the videos, cross post the videos and share the links. Why is because constantly we are continuously holding that Paramashiva